याद पिया की आए, याद पिया की आए, हाय राम, याद पिया की आए, ये दुख सहाना जाए, ये दुख, ये दुख सहा न जाए, हाय याद पिया की आए।
वेलकम टू येट अनदर एपिसोड ऑफ ओवर अ कप ऑफ टी। आज हमारे साथ है श्रेयस। श्रेयस गुर्जर एक इलेक्ट्रॉनिक इंजीनियर हैं जिन्होंने अपना फील्ड छोड़ के म्यूजिक पैशन करके फॉलो किया है। श्रेयस, वीड लाइक टू नो, आफ्टर डूइंग इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स, what made you to move towards BA music?
I was from the school time, I was interested in music. Before that, before 10th or before 8th, I guess, I used to be a dancer. I used to dance. I used to, my eyes were on the TV and I used to move like the hero or the heroine and everything. And people used to appreciate that. So I used to like it. But then I got shy after 8th and 10th. But the music part stayed in. So I kept listening to the music after that. And I remember in 12th that I was not very focused on studies and all. I Music was there in my mind, and I remember that I used to have a song in my head, and it was not it was not going. So after 12th I decided to, actually I was into games also. So I decided to do animated animation engineering, and then I give an entrance and passed that exam also. It was not hard, but I passed it somehow. And then, but the family members were like, "Arey, no, engineering is a path which has a, you know, you will get some income. The life is set, and all that things are were there." And I was not very mature, so I was like, I am the youngest in my family. In the whole cousins, brothers, I am the youngest person. So I am always treated like a child only. So I went into that direction. Then gatherings happen in the engineering youth festivals, gatherings and all that. So I participated in that, and people uh, कुछ अच्छा बोल दिया उन्होंने मेरे बारे में कि हाँ आवाज ठीक है आपका, अच्छा है. Then after in the engineering third year, I met my Guruji, uh, Dr. Shri Snehashish Das sir. He is from Amaravati. He is in Amaravati, chairman of music department, Amaravati University, Maharashtra. So I met him, and then what is music and the clarity he brought in me, what to do and what not to do, what is my pinda. I don't know what is the word for it in English. So he told me, your pinda is this, you should do it. So by that time I was already doing a job in Tata Docomo. I used to be a network management technician. It was a laborious menial job, but I was doing it. I was not very good at studies, so I was not selected in campus or anything. So uh, so I worked there for 1.5 years, maybe 2 years. Then yeah, so that is, I think
आपको
that is the answer of your question.
हाँ, आपको कभी ऐसा लगा कि इंजीनियरिंग के वो जो 4 साल हैं वो वेस्ट चले गए?
No, actually, after even leaving the engineering, because maybe my nature is such that whatever I do, I am very much involved in it. from my heart and everything. Even I'm not good at it, but emotionally I'm very much involved in it. So while leaving, there was a it was a huge decision for me internally, though I know that I'm meant to do this, or maybe I'm good at this, or I cannot do engineering job for life, because it is not engaging me in any way. But it was a huge decision for me, because I there is some part of me that will stay an engineer, I guess. So uh, yeah, it was a huge decision for me, but I did, and my Guruji is, I will give credit to him only.
Okay. What actually were the inspiring thoughts that he gave, which made you leave your career and start off doing BA in music and then MA in music, now doing research in music? So, itna sab kuch karne ke liye, what was that driving force which came from your guru?
Actually, there was not a like constructed sentence or something. He has that power over me. He has that uh, guru ka jo आशीर्वाद दिया, what do you call it in English? So he has that thing over me, that if he says something, it will penetrates my everything, and I somehow I managed to do it, and somehow I take the decision. But yes, he consoled me a lot of times, because actually he was 11 12, he did science. His elder brother is an IITian, and his family is whole academic doctor engineer family, and his whole family, he is the only person who is doing classical music and has reached the heights. So somehow he maybe saw something in me that was going similar at that stage of my life, and he told me that I have come here by living something, and you cannot do because it requires 100%. I always have this thing in my mind that engineers, as we study in the last, you are an engineer yourself, we study in the last week of the exam.
Like,
So so most of the engineers, they study in the last maybe week or maybe last day of the before the exam. So in a way, engineers are not trained to give their 100%, or maybe they don't do, or maybe the system is like that, or maybe I don't know the reasons for it, but it happens in a way, and it's very casual. And people are cool, like they think it is cool to be uh, graduating with 65% and studying for only 1 week before the exam. It's very cool. And I'm not criticizing it, but so when you go into arts, there is this devotion, and you have to surrender, and these all things comes with that. So that somewhere attracted me, and of course there was music inside me from the childhood.
तो म्यूजिक बीए जब कर रहे थे आप, तो आपको आपका डेस्टिनेशन क्या है? लाइक नाउ यू आर डूइंग एमए एंड नाउ यू आर डूइंग रिसर्च, तो इतना सब कुछ, लाइक यू आर मूविंग फॉरवर्ड, डू यू हैव अ डेस्टिनेशन यू वांट टू रीच?
I want to sing somewhat like my guru. If even the one like atom of his comes in my singing and voice, I am blessed for this life. So even in the BA, when I started, even before that also, I used to think that I want to take his things to the next generation. And at that time, it was very foolish of me to think like that, because there are a lot of people, they are going to do he has a lot of disciples, but somehow I felt ki no, I want to take this style of singing and this from gharana style and everything, and I have to this should be in me so that I can give to next generation. And of course I liked his qualities and singing and everything, that is why I felt that. But that was my only aim in BA, to sing like him, uh, to study more and more, to get knowledge from every angle, every aspect of me.
Now, when you're specializing, अभी research के बारे में आप सोच रहे हो, like you're thinking of making it more specific. तो संगीत में ऐसा आपको क्या लगता है कि it changes your life because it has changed your life because you have come.
Yeah, in a big way.
उसमें क्या है?
Classical music has a in arts, I think music and arts, it has a feminine touch to it. You know, the aesthetics, the murchana, rag, gayan, everything. Not murchana, murki. Uh, these aesthetics give you the feminine perspective, to look in the feminine perspective towards life, towards taking the decision, towards maybe in your life overall, even in the behavior it comes down to your behavior slowly, and you don't recognize it. So this has changed in my, I am a bit uh, peaceful. I am uh, don't like हिंदी में 100 सोहार की, sorry, हाँ,
सब सुना
एक लोहार की 100 सोनार की, yeah. So I don't do like एक लोहार की. So the calculation, the everything changes. There is, I sometimes I try to remember what I was like, and I don't remember what I was before.
अपने अंदर जो भड़ास जो होता है वो निकल जाता है.
हाँ, that also
Makes you very peaceful. About singing, because एक गायक से बुलवाने से अच्छा है कि गायकी सुना जाए. So we'd like to hear from you. Probably a piece which
Okay.
you love the most.
I will start with little bit of rag, and then I will sing a bhajan if it is okay. Sa 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 ga ga ni 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 sa ga ga ma ma ga sa sa ga ma da ga ga ma da da ni da ni sa sa da ne sa ne da ma ma ga sa ne ne da ne sa ga sa sa ga ma dha ma ga ga ma da ni sa ga sa re ni sa ne da ne dha ma ga sa ne da ni sa sa. याद पिया की आए हैरान, याद पिया की आए, याद पिया की आए हैरान, याद पिया की आए, ये दुख सहारने जाए ये दुख, ये दुख सहा न जाए, हाय याद पिया की आए, बैरी कोवलिया, बैरी कोवलिया कूक सुनाए, बैरी 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 कोवलिया, बैरी कोवलिया कूक सुनाए, मुझ बिरहन का जियारा जलाए, हाबीब न जाने जगाए, खैराम याद पिया की आए, खैराम याद पिया की, याद पिया की, याद पिया की आ,
बहुत बहुत अच्छा था। ऐसा आपको लगता है कि लाइक म्यूजिक हर कोई सीखना चाहिए, या इज इट ओनली फॉर पीपल हु फॉलो पैशन? क्योंकि अभी मॉडर्न म्यूजिक और जो आजकल मूवीज में जो म्यूजिक होता है उससे बहुत परे है, और लोग समझते भी नहीं है कि असली म्यूजिक ऐसा भी होता है। तो आपको क्या लगता है एज ए स्टूडेंट ऑफ म्यूजिक?
सर, बड़े गुलाम अली खान साहब, अगर लोग पहचानते हैं उनको, तो उनका एक फेमस स्टेटमेंट था कि अगर इंडिया में अगर वो टाइम पे अगर हर घर में एक जन को क्लासिकल सिखाते थे, आता था, तो इंडिया पाकिस्तान पार्टीशन नहीं होता था। ये उनका स्टेटमेंट आता था। तो अब मैं रियलाइज करता हूँ कि ये बहुत एक्चुअली बड़ा स्टेटमेंट, और बहुत ही इसके पीछे बहुत लेयर्स है स्टेटमेंट के पीछे, कि जो समझना, जो अभी समझ रहा हूँ कि जो आपने बोला, कि मैंने थोड़ी देर पहले बोला कि जो फेमिनिन टच होता है अब आदमी के नेचर में, वो धीरे धीरे कहीं ना कहीं आने लगता है, और एक्सट्रीम जो जो 100 सोनार की एक लोहार की जो है, तो वो कम होता है, और उससे बहुत सारी ही एस्पेक्ट्स में, लाइफ के डिसीजंस में, सारी इसमें बहुत ज्यादा फर्क हो जाता है। तो हाँ, मैं तो बिल्कुल, मुझे तो बिल्कुल लगता है कि हर घर में जिसको भी, और श्रोता भी क्रिएट होना बहुत जरूरी है। मुझे लगता है कि क्योंकि म्यूजिक सीखना इसलिए जरूरी है कि आगे वो कितना कर पाएगा, हॉबी जैसे लेगा, बट इट बिकम्स योर थिंग फॉर लाइफ। इट इज लाइक दिस इज माय क्लोथ, आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू हैव इट फॉर माय लाइफ, दिस हेडफोन आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू हैव इट फॉर लाइफ, बट दिस थिंग, वो मेरे साथ आखिरी तक रहे, इन एवरी सुख दुख में मेरे आखिरी तक वो रहेगा। तो ऐसा कुछ चाहिए हर एक पर्सन के पास, जो उसके साथ रहे, और इससे जो नेचर पे जो फर्क पड़ता है, इट इज ह्यूज, इट एंड आई कैनॉट पुट इट इन वर्ड्स, वो एक्सपीरियंस ही करने का चीज।
तो जब आप इंजीनियरिंग सब छोड़ के म्यूजिक की ओर चले थे, तो घर पे सब क्या बोल रहे थे? यू सेड यू आर द यंगेस्ट, तो किसी ने उंगली उठाई होगी, किसी ने कुछ कहा होगा या सपोर्ट की होगी, तो
Yeah.
एक्सपीरियंस क्या था?
My parents were supporting. They were because uh, maybe it is because of Guru only. Because if somebody is with you, a big person in the sense in art, in the not like a big person, don, not like a don person, but बिग पर्सन इन द सेंस कि उनकी जो कला है उनका जो है, जो उन्होंने हासिल किया, अगर कोई इस टाइप का आपके साथ वो बोल रहा हो तो इट बिकम्स अ लिटिल बिट इजियर टू फॉर यू टू टेक डिसीजंस इन दैट डायरेक्शन. बट हाँ, अगर नहीं रहता था तो बहुत ज्यादा हार्ड होता था मेरा जर्नी पूरा ही, और डायरेक्शन भी मिलना बहुत हार्ड हो जाता है. तो आई कंसिडर माई सेल्फ वेरी लकी इन दैट थिंग. बट हाँ, बहुत लोगों ने उंगली उठाया, बहुत कॉलोनी में बहुत लोग अभी, इवन इवन नाउ, बिफोर coming here, when I go home in some days. I live in Mumbai. My home is 12 hours away from here. So whenever I go and if I meet somebody in the buying vegetables and you meet somebody in the market, so they will tell, what are you doing? So I tell them, I'm doing this. Arey, what do you get in that? कितना पैसा मिलता है आपको? That is the first question they will ask. And people don't know what is classical music, so it becomes hard for them to judge or maybe get the idea of what I'm doing exactly. So music, people think in this, I don't want to take names, but this reality shows, and they saw it as music. So whenever somebody asks me कि क्या कर रहे हो music, so they saw, अरे इसको Indian Idol जाने का है, he wants to go to Indian Idol. So it, I don't think it is the only definition or application of music. There are many more things, and people, talented, very talented people, are not even recognized by surrounding people. So it is, music is has 100 different sides and shades of it. You can try any one of them.
अभी संयम सुकून के बारे में कह रहे थे आप क्लासिकल म्यूजिक में। अमरावती जैसे एक जगह से मुंबई का शोर शराबा आपको कैसे लगता है? डिफरेंस कैसे लगता है?
I do not like it, but there I like Mumbai, but for music, classical music, I, because even to tune Tanpura in this noisy, it's very hard to do it. And the thing is ki you cannot live here in the, if you don't have the expenses. The expenses are very too much to survive, so you have to do something, and nobody will give you money unless they will take 10 hours from your day, 10 or 12 maybe. So, and traveling is 1 hour going, 1 hour, so it becomes you are not doing your thing for 16 hours or 14 hours of a day. So I don't want to say like I like Mumbai as a city, but for music or maybe classical music, it is not very well suited. But there are people who are doing it. There are people who have managed it. So, but yeah, it is my experience.
पैशन फॉलो करने वालों के लिए आपका मैसेज क्या होगा?
सर, मैं तो इतना कैपेबल नहीं हूँ, बट मैं एक ही चीज बोलूंगा कि डोंट गिव अप. आपका जो ड्रीम है आपका, क्योंकि देयर आर लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स दैट आर गोइंग टू हैपन व्हिच यू आर नॉट गोइंग टू लाइक इट. There are a lot of things which will make you uncomfortable. Like my mother and father, they they work in a bank. So my father is retired now. So we have this कि एक regular income आपका आ रहा है. This thing we grew up with, कि, and as a child you have seen all these things, and if you demand something to your father, he is not going to say no. Like most of the father nowadays, they don't say no to things. So if you have grown up with this kind of treatment and this environment, it is hard to survive. And because it is like on road biking and off road biking, so but the journey is beautiful if you keep your focus on the goal, if you keep your focus on the happiness you get. And my as my guru used to tell me that whenever you get frustrated, whenever you get angry with something, you tune the tanpura and you start practicing. So every, even it is like कीचड़ में कमल खिलते हैं ना. So lotus is a very beautiful full beautiful flower, but it वो कीचड़ में उगता है. So it is like that. If you put in something in your art, in your passion, even if it is negative, it will turn out to be positive for you. Yeah. So that is, I think, my humble request to everybody, that don't give up and eyes on the end goal.
तो आपको ढेर सारी शुभकामनाएं ताकि आपके सारे मकसद पूरे हों, आपका जो जर्नी है और भी म्यूजिकल हो. And we would like to hear another song from you, and wind up.
Okay. This is composition of my Guruji, Dr. Shreyas Das sir. So it is a well-known bhajan, Sri Ramachandra Kripalu Bhajaman, Harana Bhava Bhaya Dharana. So he took those words and he put his own tune to it. Shri Ram, Shri Ram, Shri Ramachandra Kripalu Bhajaman Harana Bhaya Darunam Shri Ramachandra Kripalu Bhajaman Harana Bhaya Darunam Navakanjalochana Kanjamukha Karakanja Padakanjarunam Shri Ram, Shri Ram. Kandarapa Aganita Amita Chabi Navanila Nirada Sundaram. Kandarapa Aganita Amita Chabi Navanila Nirada Sundaram. पटपीतमानहं तडितरुचि शुचि नौमि जनक सुतावरं श्रीराम, श्रीराम, श्रीरामचन्द्र कृपालु भजमन हरण भय दारुणं नवकञ्जलोचन कञ्जमुख करकञ्ज पदकञ्जारुणं श्रीराम, 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 श्रीराम.
बहुत शुक्रिया, बहुत शुक्रिया. आपके आपके गुरुजी को मेरा प्रणाम, कोटि कोटि प्रणाम. इतना टाइम आपका लिया, बहुत सुकून मन को मिला और बहुत अच्छा लगा आपसे बात करके. I'm sure there are many people who get inspired by you, and with that inspiration move into a world of music. और जैसे बड़े गुलाम अली खान साहब ने बोला था, हर घर में एक म्यूजिशियन हो जाएगा और फिर से अमन सब जगह पे हो जाएगा. Thank you very much for the time you have given us, and over a cup of tea. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for this opportunity.